Hello, welcome back. It's Leap of the Week with me, Sarah Court. And I know I'm already committing the cardinal sin of shooting film for the internet because I'm shooting it vertically and you're supposed to shoot it horizontally. And there's probably some big black bars on either side of me right now. But I'm doing it this way for a reason. I've got a really specific reason. So please forgive me for the blackness because I want to show you something. So you may have been watching some of these videos before, and if you have, thank you so much. And in the past couple of months, I've been dealing with a frozen shoulder situation. It's gotten much, much better. I've been doing the exercises, and if you want to go back and watch some of the videos about it and see how it got diagnosed, it was really kind of interesting because very unusual presentation. I didn't have the typical sort of I woke up and I couldn't move my arm. Mine was a bit different. So I've been working on the exercises that I was given, and because I am this way and I feel like I probably know a few things and I take responsibility for my own body, I've been adding some more things in as an investigation. So this is actually the doorway to my kitchen, and as you can probably see, I've got a, I don't know what this thing is called, pull-up bar. Okay, I've got a pull-up bar uh, in the entryway to my kitchen. You can buy these if you don't have one. You can buy them for like 20 bucks or something like that. I got this at Bed Bath & Beyond, and it's not actually permanently attached to the door frame at all. So even if you're a renter, you can hook this over a door and then take it out whenever you need. What I wanted to start to use it for was a little bit more of that stretch for my shoulder. So one of the exercises that I had was a shoulder flexion exercise. So I thought, all right, well, let me see about maybe starting to hang a little bit off this arm and see what it looked like. And I discovered this kind of happy accident, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys. When I attempted to do a little bit of hanging, I quickly discovered that my whole body weight on the shoulder was just way, way, way too much. And so I sort of instinctively split my legs and put my feet down and found myself doing not only a shoulder stretch, but at the same time a hip flexor stretch. It turned into a whole body closed chain hip flexor stretch. And I was like, oh, this is something. So I wanted to show it to you guys. Basically what happened was I reached up with my hands, and I don't know if you can see very well, there's several different locations that you can put your hands here. So whichever one, to emphasize external rotation or just different grip. But I put my hands up, and then I went to hang, and I was like, oh no, for this shoulder. So I ended up putting one leg forward, one leg back. I've got my knee and my hip directly over each other, as you want to when you do a hip stretch, rather than taking that leg straight back for a lunge. And the nice thing about this is I've closed you got to make sure that your jeans are stretchy. Don't be wearing no non-stretchy jeans for this one. But what I discovered was I could play around with hanging, right, and letting my body weight create stretch for my shoulder. At the same time, I could work on actually integrating the scapula more, and then I can work on pulling my ribs into my body, right? So I'm not doing a big rib thrust to try to get around what this shoulder doesn't want to do. And at the same time, I can do a posterior tilt of my pelvis, and I can pull backwards with my front foot, and I can drag forwards or backwards with my back toes. I could also, create even more of a stretch for the psoas on this side by adding a little side bend. Oof, giving myself new problems that way, right? And then you switch and you do the other side. So as far as, buying lots of fancy equipment for your home, this pull-up bar is really not a huge investment. And if you're fortunate, you might discover some fun little things just as a happy accident while you're trying to not yank your own shoulder out of its socket. So I hope that was interesting to you. If you've got one of these, play around with that. Tell me what you figured out for yourself. Questions or comments below. Thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time. SSDGM. Bye!